actually, if wait, yeah, it's him and her are the two that are left. I'll save that one for last because it's the potentially annoying one.
There's a fly point right next to that woman.
The reason I was one, I wanted to look at the one, like, I needed Terra Fire shards for something later, so one, I wanted to look at the one Terra raid to see what it is, and depending on what it is, I might go do it later. Or if it's like a 2 or 3 star and I could do it right now, I might do it right now in single player. Yeah, I could probably do that later, but not now. And the other thing was, I remembered a trainer being around here.
Joke's on you, we're not officially back in the Let's Play until I say so. Your input means nothing. The part doesn't officially start until I say it, meaning I can waste this entire recording. Good old as per.
Because there were a few, like, Oh, you poor fools. The poorest of fools. And, yeah, everyone is fixed now. Everything is as it should be. Okay, I say everything's as it should be, but technically, certain things are not as optimal as they could be because they don't have the full Terra types they need.
Which is just that problem in this game. Oh, tall boy.
The tallest, like, look, I can't, I literally can't get him on camera.
Why did you target? Do the one thing that's faster.
What?
You forgot about the doubles rule. They are actually merciful if you click an empty targeting box in doubles.
Yeah, it's like, no, it will snap over to the other one.
Yeah, but you rolled over, so you could just click. Gotta optimize. You're losing time on your speedrun. It's a speedrun in an RPG where 90% of your lost time is got off of menu navigation.
I believe that's the Final Fantasy IX speedrun. I think it was 9. One of the Final Fantasies is actually known for that was a speedrun. Oh, there's another trainer somewhere.
Menu navigation is literally what makes or breaks RPG speedruns. Unless it's an RPG run you can do without menuing. Oh god.
Which there are very few. Why? Why 2 blooms? At least I can double Hurricane.
I might have cut out some of my horrendous gagging. I had a drink and I swallowed some ice.
I love that they gave Kingdra Hurricane. That was like the best fucking glow up it needed.
Just what they needed.
Okay, I'd say that was the best glow up, but what's the name of the Walking Lake move? I almost said Steam Eruption.
Hydro Steam.
Yeah, but Hydro Steam, that one is that's the real MVP.
It's a water move that does more damage in the sun.
Yeah.
Not less.
Yeah, instead of reducing in power, it increases in power. So that's why we need more things to have it.
It's a good move.
Now, when I was wondering, looking for items, damn it, slack off. It's like, Seriously, pick up all of the Pokeballs on the floor in the DLC. You will get so many Terra Shard bunches here.
Yeah.
There was a trainer
To kind of make up for the god-awful...
Yeah, see? I just walked around doing that off camera. And in this specific area, like, if you need a citrus berry, come here.
One of these things is not like the other.
One of these things just doesn't belong. I think
He's going incognito.
I think it was this biome. I can't remember. And also looking around, there was a trainer with a black text box, but I believe they just said double battles. That was the other reason
I'm thinking about Pikachu's Peekaboo.
That was the other reason I went farther away, because I couldn't...
Anyone remember Pikachu's Peekaboo?
Considering that was, you know, a short before one of the movies, yes. Plus, like, also I feel like there was a clip that became a meme from that short, but I don't remember what the clip was.
Okay, short with an asterisk, because that special's like 20 minutes.
Where is it? I swear. I remember a trainer around here. Of course, I can't find it when I won't / need it. Well, technically, I don't. It's definitely one of those, you know, I don't like need them. I just because
we were
they're
just seeing what they had.
Because it was one of the black ones, one of the black text boxes, and not just that. Like I said, I swear their line was double battles.
Ooh, Figberry.
Even outside of the Terra Shards, just everything, like...
Because of his DLC, kind of makes up for the bad design.
Okay, even the base game, if you walked around enough, you could find, like, protein and... You could find various things through, like, the vitamins and shit through the sparkly items on the ground.
Yes, but the big problem in this game that hasn't completely been solved is the fact that Terra Shards, it takes 50 Terra Shards to change a Pokemon's Terra type, when I feel like, especially in the DLC, even if you had to unlock it, they really should have made the DLC have a feature in this stupid school that lets you change Terra types for like 10 Terra Shards.
Oh, but that's too easy. Can't have you changing your Terra Shard all willy-nilly.
After you beat the entire fucking game and 2 DLCs, there is no just too easy. There is nothing fucking left, and they could have hid that as a post-game thing. That this school...
Oh, but isn't it obvious there's totally going to be a third DLC?
People are still going on about that.
We do have a few things that are unaccounted for.
That one event that's unaccounted for, that people, you know, achieved through hacking, because it is complete except for the item to start it, is like an hour of extra content. And because people are butthurt about how the story technically ends, if people think that there's going to be a third DLC,
I also feel like it's just one of those people want, you know, more content. Because when you people get what you want, you're like, but what's next?
it's this fan base being kind of entitled, but from a less entitled standpoint, to, you know, talk for a minute with stuff, with a few things kind of...
Is it the middle one again?
It should be the middle one because it's the same trial, but we can give it a minute.
Nope, not that one. Come on, assholes, I need you to...
It's the middle one.
Okay.
It's the same. Most of this is the same.
No, so that's why I haven't been reading it, because it
Yes.
was literally the same, and it looks like it's...
This could be a different solution, but...
on, I'm following the one...
Oh no, it's the same physician that I did.
That's why I was following, because the pink one was the one that started.
No. No, so it's literally the same. We got the exact same minigame.
I guess that's nice for consistency.
Neat. Cool. What I was going to say, and this is the one thing I can agree with people on, that a few scattershot evolutions from Legends are still technically
That's a funny thing.
unobtainable.
Oh, a funny thing about that is, and this is like the funniest, strangest thing and shit, was one of the Pokémon that this added. Well, first of all, it's not a few, it's quite a lot, because this only added Cleavor and the Hisuian Quillfish, so Overquill by extension. But Cleavor is really weird, where the only Cleavor that exist are the Cleavor that naturally spawn in the terrarium. Because Cleavor required an item to evolve, that item doesn't exist in the game.
Yeah.
So, you can get Cleavor,
Vor,
but...
and you can't get the stupid
No.
peat blocks, so you cannot make an Ursaluna.
Now, she's fairy. I actually did before doing this. I have fairy as a Terra type, so I could have used the Kingdra in Terrastolite, but I was going to. Just do these two.
There are no peat blocks, and there's no way to get a Blood Moon.
Well, I said because it was just the Cleavor and the one, like, there were several other things there's no way to get, like Sneasel and, Sneasler, those aren't here. The
Yes.
Lilligant, that one's not here. Voltorb, that one's not here.
Yes.
So a bunch are still missing.
And the one final thing that could have been added is a way, even if it took DLC, a way to get all the Hisuian Pokemon naturally. At least somewhat. Because that, I can agree with people, is a little bit stupid. Because that makes them forced into being sort of semi-transfer only. And that is kind of bizarre, because it's like, you can use Ursaluna, but you can't get Ursaluna in this game naturally. It has to come from Legends.
And because it's holding specs, that's gonna be the big damage.
And that's
That's gonna be the biggest damage right there. Fucking crap. God damn it. For sure, fucking Sash.
everything is focused as in this DLC.
Yes.
miscellaneous Hisui evolutions would basically be nice to have in the game,
Yeah,
but then a few of the features Koo wouldn't shut up about that don't exist would also be nice. And you don't need a full DLC. You could add, like...
You know what? I'm gonna choose violence. Double choice items.
The slowest, bro.
Oh, it's a show.
Quick draw! Thing is, you ain't living this.
No, that's the funny thing is bringing her through get like all of their critical. Oh, he might actually live now.
Nope.
I said might.
The ranges, son.
Cause that's choice band. Like that's choice band range right there. You know the funny thing is because of quick draw and the one being a psychic type, I almost, because I made that thing's Terra type water, I almost it tear it into water.
Excadrill. Breaking all.
Break this. I know it has no effect. The toxicity is Specs and not Scarf, so Urshifu is faster because of its higher speed. Tear, so break this mold. Now that's a lot of damage.
This should do pretty good.
With all the multipliers and shit, it might.
Oh wait, forgot about that.
Man, it tears them into tear.
No, so actually, your stupid idea. We did this before, and I forgot. It's a fairy type, so if it somehow survives this bullshit, poison will hurt it.
It hit one time.
Yeah.
Just one. Is that? I was like, the one might kill it because there's choice band, rain, and water Terra.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how do you feel about the fact that a third DLC never happened? Even though a lot of people thought it would happen, but as it turns out, they just added one small event to the game, and that was it. That single event just extends the DLC a little bit, but at the time, everyone thought that the DLC would essentially get extended into a third DLC and not just a weird add-on for the DLC that already existed. And at the time, a lot of people were hyping up a third DLC. And while I think that idea is a little bit ridiculous, I will agree that a couple of loose ends could have been fixed with a third DLC. They could have given you all the opposite Paradox Pokemon, which I think would have been fine. And they could have given you the remaining Pokemon from Hisui, which again I think would have been fine. And they could have ironed out a few other weird things. So, while I think people were being a little bit entitled and dreaming of a ridiculous reality in which a third DLC would happen, I do think a few miscellaneous things could have been in a third DLC or should have been in the one update that added extra content, because it still bothers me that you basically need legends in order to get a few of the Hisuian forms. And on top of that, you can't get the opposite Paradox Pokemon, which they could have easily let you get in the DLC, which would have been fine because you paid money for the DLC, and I feel like at that point you should have been able to complete the Pokedex with a single game by using the DLC and traveling to an alternate timeline that lets you get stuff from the other game, especially because they set that up in a way that I do think is logical, but we talk about that a little bit more later on. As it stands, I do think in hindsight people were a little bit too eager, but at the same time, I do think a few key features could have been added, and that would have been fine. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.